Alright you guys, so I'm out here in Vietnam and I just had a little idea topic that I wanted to talk about real quick. And it's for the people that have not traveled, that are not sure where they should go for the first time. Now excuse the background noise because I'm outside. What country should you travel to first before you leave the United States? I'm gonna let you know right now for my first point, do not, and I repeat, do not travel to a country where pay for play is the main way. Let me go ahead and throw a couple places out there. The DR, I've never been, but we all know about it. The DR, Medellin, Colombia, a specific El Poblado, because I know the Colombia experts are gonna bring it up. El Poblado, that area, Parquetas, that in places like Thailand, okay? Am I saying that you cannot go to these countries and find you regular chicks to deal with? No. But what I'm saying is, if you go somewhere like Medellin, Colombia, and Parquetas and El Poblado and you don't know Spanish, you gon' come out of pocket at least 1 or 2 times. If you go to Thailand, you are gonna bump into a lot of people that you are thinking are gonna be normal women, and they're not. They gonna beat you upside the head. Now, why do I say you should not go to these countries first? Because it will really fuck up your perspective and give you a false perspective on what dating outside the United States is like. I had the guy Travel, shout out to Travel Time with Paul, y'all go subscribe to his channel. Him and I talk about this all the time. He said, Austin, had you not went to Brazil for your first country, you probably wouldn't even be a big YouTuber right now. Exactly, I 100% agree. Because when I went to Thailand and I started off in Pattaya, I wasn't feeling it like that because everybody you bumped into be like, oh, she cute, she cute. Oh, it's gonna be XYZ for the night. And I'm like, what? You too? Same thing in Medellin. It was like, you know, I talked to a chick, she's cool. Oh, you too? So, the way how these foolish American black women say, oh, these guys are just going over there to deal with working girls. If I would have started in Thailand, I would have thought that. I would have thought, you know what? Those foolish American black women are right. That is what these guys are doing. But I went to somewhere like Brazil, where yes, there's working girls in Brazil, but for the people that have been to Brazil, they know that you're not just bumping into them left and right. Anybody that tells you that they have, tell them to show you a stamp on their passport where they've been to Brazil, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Yes, they're there, but you're not bumping into them like you would somewhere in Medellin, Thailand. I went to Brazil and I cried on the way back because I dated regular women and I got a flip side experience when I got in the United States. That's how I became a YouTuber, because I got a flip and I got a passion for dating overseas. And when I got online, unlike these phonies that get online and that are just riding the wave, I actually have a emotional attachment. Like, this is what you see, I'm out here. These motherfuckers just started traveling once Passport Bros started trending. So anyway, what I'm saying is, go to a country like somewhere like Brazil or Philippines. The Philippines wasn't for me, but hey, it wasn't a lot of pay for play out there like that. Go to Brazil, go to the Philippines, go to Paraguay, these other countries that people aren't flocking to pay, that aren't known for paying, okay? Next point I wanna make is, go to a country that has your ideal women. So guys, before I got fed up with dating women in the United States, I always loved Brazilian women. So when I was like, you know what, I'm done with this American shit, I'm about to go somewhere else, I went to Brazil. Guys, Brazilian women were always gorgeous and super sexy. My perspective of, okay, these aren't all working girls, and I'm getting a woman that I've always found attractive, it made me realize, it made me actually see, okay, I knew I wasn't crazy. But if you like Latina women, don't let these dudes shame you and try to belittle you, because there's a lot of assholes on the internet that try to shame me because I have a preference just like any other human being on the planet does. They try to shame me because I want to go one way, not the other. Now, obviously, I'm trying everything. I'm about to go to India in a matter of weeks. I've already went to 3 Asian countries. I'll be in 4 next week. So I'm keeping an open mind and I'm trying everything. I'm gonna try the whole world. But hey, I do know in the back of my mind, if I was to go back over here, I'd be over there in a heartbeat. But I'm still gonna be open-minded and try everything to see what suits me best. But start where you ideally wanna start. Because if you don't prefer Asian women and you start in an Asian country, you don't have a good experience, you're pretty much gonna throw your whole dating life away as far as dating overseas, and you're gonna go back to Big Shirley back in the United States. So keep that in mind. The next and one of the most important things, and I don't give a damn about what any of the detractors say, go to second and third world countries. Why do I say that? Well, because if you want to go dating France, right? Europe is a first world continent. If we want to talk about Western Europe, Italy, France, Spain, Portugal, going to places like that, you're going to be paying, the dollar is almost equal to the euro. You're going to be paying just as much as you would have in the United States, meaning that you get to date less women, meaning that you have less options, meaning you get less experience. Go to a second world country, like for example, Medellin, where $1 I believe quadruples. Brazil, $1 is $5 over there. Go to somewhere like Thailand, where one is many dollars. Vietnam, one is many. Go to places like that where, hey, if you wanted to date a different woman 7 days a week to actually get your experience up, you wouldn't go broke doing it. The average date overseas, guys, is running you anywhere from $10 to $25. Now, we know going on a date in the United States is you're lucky if you get one for cheaper than $75 without alcohol. And I like to drink alcohol, and yeah, no. And when we were going on dates in Salvador, we'd be on the beach, you're talking $15 tops. Those caipirinhas, those alcohol drinks, and that's all the chicks in Brazil. Y'all remember whenever I did the interviews, I was asking the chicks where would they like to go for their first date, and they said they would like to go to Brazil. The chairs are gonna be $5 or something like that, and the drinks are gonna be $2 a drink. You talking about like $13, $14, some shit like that. It's either way, it's way cheaper than it would be in the States. I've benefited a lot from going to second and third world countries because you can date more people. You get more bang for your buck, and you get quality and a lot of quantity. A lot of quality and a lot of quantity. And people are more genuine in second and third world countries because they have less. When people have more, they're just like the rich kid, that they don't appreciate shit. Okay, they don't appreciate shit. That's why we have the dating problems that we do in the States. You go to places where people have less and they appreciate the little things that you do for them, and that's the type of women you want to be around. My last tip, y'all, is go to the hot spot of that country first. Okay, for example, I've never been, but I will be going this year. The hot spot in a place like Romania is Bucharest. That's the capital. Okay, that's where you're gonna get most of your action, from my assumption. I've never been there. From my assumption, that's where you're gonna, wherever everybody's flying to when they go to that country is where you wanna go, because that's where you will get the most action. But make sure that hotspot is not flooded with foreigners. Like for example, Bangkok has a lot of foreigners, so you won't get that true experience in Bangkok that you would in a province in Thailand. If you go to Rio is a huge hotspot for foreigners to come to, but you're seeing still like 80-90% Brazilian people. You get that experience because that's a hot spot. They have more of a hookup culture there. I would not go somewhere so slow unless you're 60 years old or something like that. Even then, no. Go somewhere where you can get your feet wet. You can't get your feet wet waiting 2-3 weeks to go on a fucking date with somebody. Get out of here with that bullshit. Go somewhere where you can actually date the women and see them. Let me know what you guys think about those tips that I gave. List your first country if you have not traveled, and list your first country if you have traveled already. I appreciate y'all. Like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel. We need to get to 60,000 subscribers before the end of April. I will see y'all in the next video. My cash app is $Auston_Holleman, PayPal austonholleman@gmail. Make sure you share this with somebody that is interested in traveling or somebody that may be offended by it. I really don't care. I'll see y'all in the next video because it's that bad.